This is a very fun shoot that I am on with a model friend of mine, Tatum. I've photographed her plenty of times before. You may be familiar with her face, but she posted recently on Instagram that she wanted to collab with a photographer. So I volunteered, and she had a Pinterest board that we were using to pull inspiration from. Now, I love when clients do this because I get the chance for them to explain the things that they like in the photography, and then I get to mimic it. So join us here on this shoot, and I'm gonna pop in a few times to show you how I'm editing different photos. So it's fun to make a YouTube video out of this, and then the software that I'm using, it's called Nik software. It actually specializes in making film type looks. So like I'm shooting film, but also if we see anything that we shot digitally that's like, wow, this will look good with that mood, it'll mimic film processes.
Oh my gosh.
And
okay.
it'll look so cool. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yes, very exciting. And then turn all the way towards me, like dead on. And you've already... Nice. And then just play around with your arm movement there and like just turning your head as far like over your shoulder and back. And try somewhere it's just like a walk. Like, nice. And then kind of play with your clothes there. Perfect. I love that. That's kind of fun. And then just play maybe with your hair a little bit too. That's fun. And then drop like one of the hands. I love that. And then tilt a little more that way. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I love that light. Ooh, this is my fave. Rewind first, then shoot. Oh, so fun. Yeah, I love it in your eyes like that. Slouch a little bit more towards me, like almost like lean towards, yeah. Ooh, and I love your hand dangling like that too. Do that one more time. Oh, love that. So good. Separate your legs a little bit more. Perfect. Yeah, so good. And then kind of move your head around. Ah, that looks so good. And then I think she had like a very like, almost like she was trying to air out her armpits. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So like on your hands are gonna be on your whatever it's called, shins, and yeah, like very armpit airing. That one I think in a little bit more, and then this one in a little bit more. Yeah, that looks really good. Beep. Yeah, and they're just like right up to the sun. Yeah, and to me again. Yeah, and then feet kind of over. Yep, exactly. And then these were a little higher.
Yeah, it's like a...
Yeah, it was almost like a nice. And maybe that hand like out a little down. Yeah. And then kind of look around. For this first scene, the favorite photo was this one where there was just this light leak behind. So I'm going to pull that into Nik software. We're going to be using their Analog. Now, Nik Analog is where you're going to find all of that film type vibe effects. And it's so much fun to play. Honestly, I played probably too much. And the possibilities are just completely endless. You can do really anything that you want, and it was such a boost of creativity for me. There were a couple of other photos in this scene, and I went back and forth between using some of the other things in Nik Collection 8. So if you haven't used Nik software before, it's not just one piece of software, it's sort of like a bundle, and they have a lot of different parts of the software that specifically do things like make sure that your image is super sharp, or being able to pull back some of the unwanted grain or noise in an image. The ones that I'm using for this shoot are Analog Efex, Color Efex, Silver Efex, and Viveza. I'm not gonna do them all now. Just wanted to show you what we did with this first scene, and now we can get back to the shoot. Oh yeah, this is fun. So tilt your body little. So you remember the one with the dock with the squatting? That, yeah. So you're still gonna do that like forward and like over. Yeah. That's super fun. Don't crisscross your feet. You have to be sloppy, Tatum. Yep. And lean forward like even more. There you go. Yep. Do a couple like just asking the breathe through your mouth, and then eyes back at me. Yes, this is your pose. Do you mind giving me the other film camera? Okay, that should be good. Love it. This one makes a more fun sound. Can you, I don't know how splintery, like it actually would look good if it was kind of up on this. Yep. Yeah, as long as it's not splintery, yeah. I don't remember what I was doing with this one. You were holding on, yep. Oh, this is fun from this angle too. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. I'll count these since can't keep flipping. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Yeah, I love looking out that way. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Okay, let me just get one where we get more of your triangle into the film.
I'm not in it, right?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Oh, nice. The sun hit you right just as it went.
Love it.
Maybe even like put both hands behind like you're just leaning backwards. Exactly. And then look all the way to the sun. And then all the way over to me. Nice. That's fun. Yeah, try that kind of first. Yep. Hands like in a whole bunch more towards like your feet. Yep. Nice. And then flip your hair. I love that it's going over your eye though. Does it look crazy? No, it looks really good. It's appropriate for here, you know? Yeah. Good. And then actually like sit kind of however you're comfortable. Like cold. Yeah, and then just play around with your hair. I love this. So good. Oh, this is even more fun. Yeah, eat it up. Nice. Good. Breathe through your mouth. That's incredible. Film, digital, flip. Yeah, same spot, just looking in there. And then look at me again. Yeah, this looks so good. And just, yeah, stay like, do you remember the one in the field where she was like pulling at her sweater a little bit? Like it was kind of like one up, one down. Similar fashion. Same kind of vibe. That's perfect. And then look out that way. Yeah, this looks really good. And then lean towards me, like slouch, shake your, air your armpits out. Yeah, and then look towards the water, or like, yep. Try to kick your hair back the other way. that's perfect. That's what I was thinking. And then just like take your dress and like almost hold it out a little less. Yeah. Closer. Nice. And then look up. And then let go of your dress and just like be lazy with your arms, like slouch a little. Yeah. That's perfect. And then just eyes to me. Keep your chin up though, like, yep. And then slightly that way. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Wonderful. Good, 1, 2, 3. That is so fun. I looked at the back of my camera and it's just embarrassing. I'm gonna back up. Chin up a little bit more. Perfect. So good. That one may have even been in focus. Now coming back into these photos here, I just want to pop into Lightroom so I can show you some of my favorites here. Some of the photos that were my favorites needed a little bit of masking and pulling down the sky so that I would have detail in it. I purposely shot these in bad light because that's what the inspo photos really had. It had I don't want to say bad light. I'm not trying to insult the photographer where the inspo photos came from by any stretch of the imagination, but traditionally we wouldn't photograph this way with this type of exposure. But knowing the final outcome, knowing I was going to add grain, that I wanted grain from the shadows pulling up, I specifically shot darker so I would have all of the detail in the sky, and it worked perfectly. I did a few adjustments in Lightroom, and then Nik software, you can have it as a plugin for Lightroom. So with Lightroom, I'm able to just select a couple of different images and then pull it in and edit in Nik Analog, Color Efex, you know, whatever it is that I want to do depending on what I'm trying to do with the photo. For this next set of photos, I was going back and forth between Analog and Color Efex. The two of them, they really do different things, but in order to get what I actually wanted out of the photos, I just messed around. I mean, for me, this was looking back at the Pinterest board and trying to come close to the vibe and the feel. To be honest, I am not the best editor in the entire world, so having something like Nik be able to do the things I wanted it to do when I would have never known how to do that in like Photoshop or Lightroom, it's just incredible. Oh, and by the way, the new Nik software expands Photoshop's photo editing potential if you're more of a Photoshop person versus like Lightroom or wanting to use Nik software kind of solo like I'm using here. But you are able to unlock the full power of Photoshop masks. So the upgrades for Nik software in the version 8, it just works better with masks, and you're able to bring edits back into Photoshop. It converts the edits into a smart object for non-destructive editing, applies changes with the current layer, or you can create a new one or generate new layer masks. So you just have like a lot of flexibility, especially if you are working with Photoshop. Anyway, this is what I did to this set of photos. Wait till I show you what I do with black and white last. Let's get back and finish up this shoot. Yeah, I love that kind of slouch down. Nice, and tilt at me a little. And then look off that way. And it feels weird, but try to straighten that leg a little bit more. Yes. And then sit up a little more, right there. And then play with the other hand, like move the dress around. Yep, chin up a little. That looks so fun. Get one film. This might be the last film photo, I don't know. That looks great. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Oh, get one more. Okay. Barn steps up. Tilt your head that way a little more. Yep.
Okay, what are we doing?
1, 2, 3. Love that so much. Perfect. And then tug at the dress. Ooh, and I liked what you're about to do. So kind of like, again, like lean shoulder, air the armpits, and then look towards me. Yeah, that's so good. And then look out that way again. Your right arm, bring back a little bit more, just a smidge. No, I lied. Go forward. That's it. That's perfect. Have just like that twist. And then look at me again. And then chin up for one. Ooh, stay there. That's really good.
Yeah, okay. So cute. Okay.
It's still going. It's like a film that never ends. I love it. All right, this is perfect. And then we just want to find that place for you like to lay that. And then drop one leg down in front. Ooh, and I like the arm too. And then try one with the arm back up. Yeah. And then do some just looking up that way too. That's where the light's best. Nice. And then back at me. Ooh, that's good. Perfect. I think it likes him just on the stairs. Like, love it. And then try one just like both hands this way. I'm gonna shoot up at you so it won't look inappropriate, but tilt your head. Yeah, that's awesome. Nice. And then eyes to me. Love it. And film. Looks good. 1, 2, 3. Sweet. It really is the film that everyone's keeping up. Chin up a little bit. 1, 2, 3. And then like, oh, I know the one we want here. The one where she's like this. So that works, and then that hand comes forward more. And like out. Yeah, you can actually make that elbow lean on that leg, I think, lean forward a whole bunch. And then, gotcha. Yes, and then that hand more, yeah. That's right. Just flip it this way. And then maybe, yeah, that looks good. Chin up just slightly. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. And then do just looking that way. Yep. And then eyes back to me. I could have sworn it said 20 and then and it's at like 36. And then do it just like messing with your hair. Get like we'll shake it up. Love that. Let it like come in front. Yep, it's perfect. 1, 2, 3. Nice. And then I'm gonna do one a little blurry for fun. And try it again since I've probably fucked up. It's perfect. One more. Must be 36. Cool. Let's do it this way. Oh yeah, there it is. Love it. Okay, so black and white. I mean, you show me film photography and I'm like, give me all the black and white. The one thing I love, well, I can't say one thing. One of the big things I love about Nik software is Silver Efex. And Silver Efex is just what you think, turning photos silver. It's their black and white section, but it's so much fun because you are able, and also a little bit in the analog, you know, you're able to do things in black and white there, but the way that incorporates like dust and scratches and the way that wet plate photography looks, it's just really fun. It's nostalgic. And then of course, any of these presets, I tend to like to start with their embedded presets, and then I can edit them and tweak them to really make it mine versus just slapping on a preset. A preset to me is a starting point, and especially when you have so many options like you have in Nik, like you have to have a preset to start somewhere, in my opinion. Now, you could go down to the filters and you could do everything manually by hand, of course, but for me, I like just having a visual to start with, and then I'm going to tweak it and really make it mine. Now, you could do this really quickly and batch all of these, just hit, apply to all and batch the exact same type of setting, preset, effects, whatever you want to call it, and then open them back up in Lightroom. And even once it gets into Lightroom, remember it made a copy that's a TIFF file, so you can even continue to do some editing in Lightroom or Photoshop. That's one of the big things about with the upgrade is that usability with what Nik can do and then what maybe Lightroom or Photoshop can do. And it's a lot of fun to do all together. So I hope you enjoyed this shoot. I hope you will check out Nik software. Make sure you look in the description below. I'm sure they will have a lovely link for you to click break there, and I'm excited for the shoot. This was fun. I needed this creative boost. I didn't record myself, but at the end of this photo session, I actually looked at Tatum and I was like, girl, thank you. Like, this was absolutely the creative boost I needed. So if you don't do shoots like this for funsies, I suggest you go out and do some. Oh, I forgot the most important part. I actually shot film also. So here are all the final photos that I had, including the film ones. And I wonder if you can tell which ones are actually digital that I converted to Nik, and then actual photos that are film photos. I'm sure you'll be able to tell because you're all smart. It's just very, very fun. So I hope you enjoyed.